So I know you have to have space to record, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever you are watching this from. And today, March 16, 2021, we started our first conference, which we are celebrating women in the leadership. And I'm surrounded here with amazing, beautiful, strong, and powerful women. And it wasn't easy. Since morning we are in this, and now here we are. Welcome you guys all. And my name is Sajo Avi Sakonu Adenka. I'm from West Africa, Togo, living in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I'm the founder of the Speaker for a Change organization, and also the CEO of the Bring Them Out of Hidings LLC. I am also an author of 3 books, The Heart of a Warrior, The Grace of Love, and also the co-author of The Generation of Survivor. I do so many things. I travel as a motivational speaker, and also being the founder of the Speaker for a Change. What we do, we empower as women. The reason why we chose this time, this month, to celebrate women who are doing amazing things. And if you are out there doing something that you want the world to know, please, we post the link on all our social platforms. Just click and connect with us. And when we have a space, we will put you in to share your story, to speak, and to meet other women who are doing the great thing. So thank you guys again. And soon you're gonna meet our speakers, the beautiful ladies. And also today is a special day in my house. I know we are celebrating women, and we are all mothers, grandma, aunties here. And today is my last born, my baby boy. Being a mother of 5, my last born is a boy, and today is his birthday. He turned 11 today. And Janine didn't even know before choosing this date, and I was like, wow, it's gonna be a great thing to celebrate this boy because he's a young entrepreneur and rising leader. Everything about him is, he sat beside me here, he just ran upstairs because he know I'm gonna talk about him. So together, join me to celebrate my son and also to celebrate the rest of the women around the world. And we're gonna be 2 co-hosts. I have Dr. Tammy. A big thanks to this amazing woman here. Since yesterday, we didn't sleep. We are working, putting things together. Mrs. Katz, Mrs. Rosalind, all the way from Ontario. We have Coach Janine from Texas, and Dr. Madeline, Dr. Amy. I'm just gonna cut it short. Dr. Amy here, and we have so many more, and some will join us soon. So I'm gonna pass the message to Coach Janine and to say something to welcome all the speakers before we start. Thank you all, lady, for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Can you be able to hear me or see me?
Yes, we
Yep.
are.
You are? Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us again this afternoon at the Women Leadership Conference. This is one of the hosts along with our coach Sandra. We welcome you. Bonjour, c'est coach Janine. Et merci beaucoup d'avoir, vous avez joint cet après-midi. On est à la conférence de leadership. On a commencé aujourd'hui jusqu'au dimanche. So, merci beaucoup. Et on est ensemble avec des femmes formidables qui vont vraiment nous donner leur témoignage, leur parcours dans le leadership. So, merci beaucoup de se connecter à nous sur Facebook et aussi YouTube. Et merci beaucoup pour nos amis du Canada, France, Congo, Burundi, Rwanda, everywhere. So we say thank you to you guys. And we really also excited because it's been a journey. Just like what Coach Sandra said, we started March 1st. Every night we were coming to empower you. because that's something that we wanted to show our support to many of you out there, and you are on your journey to leadership, and also you've been doing this. That's what you do every day. So we really chose this time to come and celebrate you, to come to empower you on your own journey. So thank you so much. And so we have a different speakers who are going to be coming in and sharing with you a few nuggets about how to stay on your journey, and they're going to be sharing the personal pain, because that will shape the purpose to be able to continue. So definitely I want you guys to be ready with your notebook, be ready to listen and to continue to get empowered. I'm going to be sharing also, a few little bit of the women who empower my life along with all these great women. So make sure that you are here, and make sure you have questions, because it won't be just one way presentation. So it will be a conversation, because we want to be an engaging atmosphere. So we really appreciate you being here. We had some technical difficulty this morning, but that did not stop us. Just like Coach Sandra said, we will continue, because we are committed to you guys, and we're committed to empower each one of you guys every day. So I'm gonna give back Coach Sandra. She can continue to lead us, and then I'm gonna come back and present a little bit shortly.
Thank you, Coach Janine. Thanks for the everything you say. And yes, we are bilingual. And being from West Africa, it's a French country, and also Janine is from Congo. I'm from Togo, and Janine is from Congo, and we speak French. And French was, I have never dreamed to speak English, because the only thing I knew when I was coming to America is my name is good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. That's all I knew. And today, when I first stepped in America, when I left, I went to Italy to join my ex-husband who was serving in the military. Then when I first stepped in America, I was like, yes, the country. And I listened to Alicia Keys' song, and he said, the country where dreams come true. And I'm like watching BT and everything, all those strong women, hearing from them. I'm like, if these women can do it, why not me? They are just Black women like me. So also my country deserves a strong voice that will put the country's name out there. And that's how I step out of my comfort zone. I just don't want to have anything to do with my community that was continue speaking the same dialect I've been hearing ever since I was a child. So I shifted to be around Nigerians, African. My ex-husband is a Yoruba Nigerian. So I had to be around the community that will speak English all the time. And also my friends are from Ireland and things. So I'm just happy. And one of my auntie who is from Barbados, she became my auntie because it's a woman, she doesn't speak French or anything. But we are able to communicate, being the first time in America for a month and meeting someone as a Black woman. I just say, you are my auntie. Just teach me how to become number one. And Auntie Lena all the time. It's like, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. And she gave me the Imitation of Life tape. And I kept watching those stuff all the time. I just want to let you guys know that anything that we want to do, we can do it. Someone inspired me yesterday. And I say with my own mindset, I say I can become something. Watching Oprah, watching First Lady Michelle Obama, watching all those strong women. Why not us? We are from a big community, but the young girls and boys are looking after us, but how are we inspiring them? So today I know from here all the way to Africa, around the globe, people are going to hear from us. People are going to hear how we are going to inspire them. And from here, they're going to be like, if this woman from Africa never spoke English before, and just started doing amazing things, we also can do it. So start doing your part. Begin a step that will put you out there. Somebody will always be there to help you become something you always dream of becoming. So thank you, ladies. And Dr. Tammy, please, can you step in and say something before Janine can take over and just pass it to the next person, the next speaker, please?
Yes, absolutely. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time and taking the time to share with us today. And, we are honoring women in leadership. So if you notice any of the ladies that you align with and that can help you on your journey toward more and prepare for what's next, which is my platform, make sure that you connect with them as they're speaking and as you meet them, connect with them, however they say to connect with them during their presentation, and just to learn more and to be sure to take some nuggets. I think Coach Janine said it all. Like, get your journal. I'm really big on journaling, writing things down, take some notes and reflect on it. You've got to reflect on it and then put something in action and execute it. And you may find that what we provide this week will help you on your journey. Thank you so much, Coach Sandra. I appreciate you. And I look forward to connecting with all of you this week.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Tammy. And Dr. Pat, it's you now, because we are all in this together since how many days now? So can you present yourself so that the speakers, the Dr. Madeline and Dr. Amy can know who you are, and also after you've done a bit, Mrs. Rosalind. Thank you, Mrs. Pat.
Okay.
This is Dr. Cedar Gibson. I'm not presenting today. I was just on here for the support. So, I tried to change the link and send it out so you can have some more people. So I'm going to drop off right now and just send the link, resend the link out. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Rosalind. Me and Rosalind, we were in a meeting called Her Story together. And each time we are in a break room, like 5 times we were together, and we exchanged numbers, and we became a best friend. And all the time, ever since, Rosalind never stopped messaging, checking on me, and voila, we are here today. And thank you so much, Rosalind, for keep pushing this sister and say, Sandra, how are you today? And when I asked you to be a part of this and to help, you never hesitated. You say, yes, let's do it together because we are women. So can you please present yourself?
Excuse me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name's Rosalind. I live in Canada. I'm from British Columbia, which is on the west coast of Canada, but I've recently moved to Ontario. And as Sandra said, I met her at another speaking engagement, and I've just kept in touch. So I said I'd be willing to help because I like to help others, and I also like to present my story so people have an opportunity to feel safe in sharing their stories. So hi, and I'm going to back off now. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosalind. Okay, back to you, Coach Janine. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, wonderful women. And thank you, Dr. Sida, for joining us. I know there were many of you guys were having some issues to connect, but thank you so much. All right, now in a few minutes, I'm going to be talking about women in my life, women that are called women who definitely shaped my life in so many ways, on a personal level, professionally, and also spiritually, especially spiritually. I started with that. I'm just gonna give you a little story about who I am, where I came from, but also the legacy of who I'm carrying, behind me or in front of me, people who came before me. So that's why I'm honoring them too this month. I do this almost every single year, not just because they are very close to me, but because those are the women who push me. Those are the ones who really encourage me when sometimes you need that, and you need to bring people that you always feel like you are empowered by them. So that was really something that I always choose every single day to celebrate them. But specifically for the month of March, that it almost became a tradition for me and for people around me. So that's why I'm gonna share in a few minutes about who those women are and how they have shaped my life, how they bless me, and just hopefully you can be able to get something from this conversation we're having, because it's not really a presentation per se, but it really a conversation, and be able to share what that have helped me as an entrepreneur, as a woman, and also as a leader. So growing up, I grew up with women surrounding great women where I saw them every single day. They were committed to work, especially public service. And that's why I always see them as my leaders or people who inspire me. Not so much about, they are not so much about titles. So that really inspired me a lot to see these women every single day. They're waking up and start organizing for women movement, or organizing could be like a town meeting. Those are the ones who they will be there serving, helping people, knocking on doors, signing petition, doing all kind of leadership, whatever it takes. So that's really how I grew up. I saw my mom, I saw my grandmother really doing the work, and as a concept or a very great vision of leadership that I've seen was really lifting up the village, lifting up the women who they were in front of them too, helping them every day, because it was not just one woman. It was all of them, my aunties. And so that's something that I learned, and it became very, very natural to me to be able to pick up a task, even though I was not asked to. So that was something I've seen my own mother doing, my own grandmother doing that, and sharing with women. It could be something that many of the men, I would definitely say that they were around, but most of the women, I saw women in leadership all the time. So it was not like a certain time, it was not a certain task that they couldn't do. They were doing every single time surrounding me. It would be in my house, in my aunt's house, in my grandmother's house. So that's how I became very active, in terms of really public service. And to me, that's a true definition of leadership. That's why I was sharing with Dr. Temi, I think a few weeks back, really about what it means to be an authentic leader, because I've seen those women really working every single day. There was no weekend for them. I know we had some very good time in family, but they were always keep going, doing this and that project. So that's why many of you guys are always asking me, how do you do it? Like how they knew how to delegate. And that's how I learned with a very organic way how to be a leader. So I just wanted to share that with you. That's definitely, you probably don't have that circle right now, but that's something for you to really start thinking about as a journey. Start really building that circle, because you will need them. Sometimes I do remember that when I grew up and we came in this country, some of the tasks that I was assigned, it was really I really rely on the wisdom of those women, because sometimes they don't give you the direction, or they give you an instruction how to do stuff, but you don't have that emotional support that you really needed to have. But again, I remember those women in my life. I remember my grandmother and mom and my mom and my sister too. So that really something I wanted to encourage you today, to start really building up that movement. You could have a friend, you could have somebody that you really feel connected to. Those are your tribe, those are your circle, those women. Make sure you value them. It could be one person, it could be two person, but make sure really your vision or where you're going, it's really aligned with what they're doing, and they understand also where you're going. They believe in you. So again, I just want to give you some few nuggets about making sure, you surrounding yourself with those women, and making sure that if you didn't have that, be available for some other women who need that, because that was something I had to do for many of my friends, many of the people that I work with today. I am that woman because I've seen the example. I've been empowered with those circle of women, and that's on my turn. I do the same thing. So it's really about giving back. It's really about serving your purpose, but really, because it's not about you, it's not about the title, but it's so much about how do you give to others, or how do you stay committed to be able to empower the others. So I want to give you also another example of my late sister. She, she's not here any longer, but she was somebody that I can really rely on her. And it's been 4 years now that she left us. She died, but her name was Mama Eme. I want to talk to her. I want to talk about a little bit about her. She was this type of person that whenever you feel really down, whenever you feel like you can't really figure things out on your own, she was that person who just listened. And many people, they don't see that as really as a skill, or as a something that you can be able to do. Maybe somebody just needs for you to understand them, or they can just be coming to you. Even as a professional, in your professional life, you make sure that you definitely have those people who you can just go and vent, and many of us, we already have the strength to keep going, but sometimes you also need somebody to be there for you, to listen, somebody that you can rely, somebody you can trust. So that person to me was what I mean, I have many of the sisters and many women surrounding me, but that particular sister of mine, she was that person who I can be able to go and just be able to vent and say whatever to say. And then she just listened. She said, okay. And then she said, guess what? You just have to, take a breath and you'll be able to figure out. So not necessarily I was going to her to find solution, but just to be able to go and feel like somebody really heard you, somebody's there for you. And that was really meant a lot to me. It could be I was assigned to a project or something I was doing, but just to have she was having my back, and my twin sister too. She's another support that I definitely she's always there for me. And I really thank God for her life, because she has this wisdom and clarity of things that sometimes I couldn't really figure things out. But she was that person who said, well, Janine, I think you should really do that way, but it's up to you. So not like, something that she was imposing, but something that it's also good to hear from another perspective. And she was really doing that with such a grace that I feel like I was very, very blessed to have my twin sister. And she's always continued to support me. And one day you guys are going to get a chance to know her. So I definitely think that in your journey to leadership, make sure you surrounding yourself with those women. That's something you don't not gonna build in just one conversation or just in few conversation, but make sure those people they also held you accountable, because that was something else too. As a leader, you need to have a circle of people that they really held you accountable. So I don't know if you already have that on your journey, but make sure those people, you heard them tight and you are really working with them, making sure that you ask a lot of questions, and also make sure that whatever that you're doing on your journey, that they are with you to be able to, to keep going, to keep pushing you. Just like we were talking about how it's about how you impact others. And that's how they're going to make sure that you understand your journey and you understand where you're going. It's very, very important. The other last piece I want to say, it's consistency. Make sure that when you keep going and you're talking, you're empowering others, because whenever you start this journey, it's not easy, but one thing that we know, you are unstoppable. And you need to know that too about yourself, that you need to believe that. And something that leadership, it's not about title, definitely. This is why we having this conference, to make sure that you do understand that it's about service and you stay consistent. Sometimes you have people around you, sometimes you won't, but it doesn't mean that you give up or you just waiting whenever the people that will come around you. You're doing this every single day. And that's what it means to be an authentic leader. So I will definitely stop right here, and we'll continue to share with you, more and more. But I just wanted to give you a very short story and empowerment about all those women for me, because I celebrate them today. Those are the women that really shaped my life, and continue to say that you need to honor those persons. Could be maybe it's a man, could be an auntie or a friend, a best friend, but to me was those four women. And there are also more of them that I will share more in details, but I wanted just to give you this few details about how to stay consistent, surrounding yourself with a village, I call that, but make sure you are very clear about where you're going and have somebody who can hold you accountable. Thank you so much, Countess Sandra.
Wow. Thank you for sharing this. And this is powerful because I'm not just gonna say Africa only, but the Black community that we are. I'm sorry, but in Africa we grow as a community, and you're seeing women together doing things. They know African mom, they're not even gonna tell you to come and join. You have to join, because seeing them, you have to join them. And I remember Jenny said something when growing up, my mom, my aunts who raised me, always, we are in the village, and students come from around Africa to come to school in my village. And some of them, sometimes in the middle of the month, they don't have food anymore. They don't have money. They have to wait until their parents come to the next month to bring them food and money. So when some of them come, my mom is sell stuff in the market. So she gave them money. Sometimes she buys stuff, we cook, and some come to the house as I'm that people come to Allah. I have to feed people. And doing all that and seeing her feeding people that time, and I was doing it, never knew it's something that I'm gonna do today. And today what I do is feed children, women around the world. I have a load of food here. Every month food always leave, clothed always leave. And I just built a school for children in Africa in one of the village. So, whatever you grew up doing, is something that will lead you to another path. And when you are out there helping people from your younger age, just said, okay, if this is gonna be something for me in the future, put it in God's hand. I never knew. I'm here today, and sometimes my aunts will call and say, in our dialect, and say, this friend of yours came. They brought me bread, rice, and they even gave me money. Say you used to give them food. I say, that time for me, I was stealing food. I couldn't even ask to give somebody, but today the reward is coming to the owner of those stuff. And everything we do in this life is always a reward. Not the same time, even if it's not gonna be you, it could be your children. Never stop doing the right thing. We are the foundation of the home that we are living. We are all mothers today. Children, we have children. Everything we do, they are listening, they are watching. Do your part. If you cannot inspire your home, what are we doing outside? We have to be the change from our home. Then we can transfer it. When we step outside, we feel relaxed because you have done your duty from where it's supposed to be done. And today I'm here. I grew up among women. They're never gonna tell you what they are going through, what they are facing. It was written all over them. But we as an African children, we never have the courage to ask our parents. Sometimes you can see your mom crying, but you can ask what is wrong. You can. And all the time, what they do, they yell, they scream, they anger, because they cannot tell us, they're turning as anger on us. And we see that time as I don't know, they're offending us. No. But today we are in the stage, we understand the pain of our parents, the pain of those women who fought every day to put food on the table. We never see our fathers, but mothers always there. Some days I wake up, I never see my aunt. Though other people will take care of me because she's on the run, looking for food to feed us because she was raising so many children. But today I say to her, everything that I do, I'm doing it for her. And when I left Africa, what I did, the first thing I did, I demolished all the house that we lived in and I rebuilt a new one for her, just for her to feel comfortable. Even though I didn't have money, but I said to myself, I'm going to do that one. And I did it for her. And today she's safe, she's happy. So let's do our part. Yesterday, they sacrificed everything for us to live today and to witness the pain of being a mother, a pain of being a woman. So let's do our part to honor those women around the world. So back to you, Janine, to present the next speaker and the first speaker. Thank you guys for watching. And I have my family from West Africa. I have from Europe and my nephew from Pennsylvania. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you so much, Coach Sandra. That was wonderful. Thank you. We appreciate that. And we're going to have now Dr. Madeline. And Dr. Madeline, to me, the first time, like I shared that on my interview with her, I think 2 weeks ago, I was saying that she is full of like a leadership. Whenever you go, even to her page, it's so empowering. Doing 2 weeks ago, like when I was going, browsing and different, and I've seen that we have so many stuff in common, and I really reached out to her, and she was really say, okay, let's talk. So that's how we connect. And since then, it's like I've known her for a long time, and that really tells you a lot. Like when you feel, that connection, it says definitely that how a great person she is, and she's doing awesome, great work. And she have a radio show. She's working with women. She's a consultant. She has her own institute for women. So she trains women who are shifting or transitioning from day job and to be able to be a full entrepreneurship. So you will get a chance to listen to her, but also in a few months or so, we will be actually working together to do some trainings together. So I'm very excited for Dr. Madeline. And one thing that's, doing the show that we had 2 weeks ago, that really blessed me, and I didn't even forget until now. She was telling how that some of the key or the things that you have to do on your journey as a leader. Sometimes with people, you have to bless them and release them. So that really stayed with me, and I know she's going to talk more about that today. But I'm very, very happy to have Dr. Madeline. Thank you, Dr. Madeline, and you have the floor now.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you all. It's such a pleasure to be here. As Janine said, I'm always, just happy to be able to help women to excel, to help them to succeed. My motto, if you go to my website, if you look on any of my platforms, you'll see that my motto is, I say that I'm helping women to accelerate the path to success. And so that is what I'm always trying to do, push women as far as they can go. So, but I was listening to your story, Janine, and it was, very heartfelt, the women that were in your life. And, of course, for me, the prominent person in my life was my mother. And she was the one that I, just always looked up to. Whenever someone says, who is your, role model? I don't need to pull someone from off the TV or anything. I can tell them it was my mother. And the other person too in my life was my aunt, because those were the two women that, was really influential in helping me and pushing me and guiding me one of the things, you know, they always emphasize that when you get up, you pull someone up with you. And
Mhm.
so that was the thing that stuck in my mind all through my growing up, because I saw them doing the very thing that they would say to me. So in talking about you were talking about leaders, so that's actually the what I was going to talk about, how women can be successful leaders. So that was what I wanted to just kind of share with you all, just to give you a few things on that today. And then if anybody has any questions, of course, you can ask me any questions that you'd like. But I just want to give a few nuggets on that, and then I'll turn the floor back over to whoever is going to be speaking. But I'll just start off by saying that, you know, that in today's business world, women are constantly striving against all odds to make a mark for themselves as competent leaders. And females in leadership positions, we have to remember they're rejecting the idea that um, um, that they must adjust to the male-dominated business culture and methods. And we see this now. A lot of women are getting into different positions, high power position, as we see our vice president. You know, I don't think we ever thought that we would have a female vice president in our lifetime. So that's a indication that the female leaders are adopting a mindset of self-belief, but most importantly, they're acquiring and fine-tuning their leadership skills, which is needed to be successful and to achieve remarkable gains that women are. So here are just a skills that successful women should acquire if you want to, you know, be looked at as a successful leader. If there are some things that I believe that you should have in your arsenal, and the first thing would be being an effective communicator. Effective communication, we all know that's critical, because if nobody knows what's going on, if nobody knows what you're doing, then a lot of times you're just out there by yourself. And it's critical because you need to establish strong relationships between leaders and followers. And it's one of the prominent skills every female leader has to possess. And, you know, when you look at, for example, you're a good example of that, Janine, the fact that, you know, you bring all of this together and you're trying to, you know, just put the platform out there all around the country, all around the world. And so that shows that, you know, you're getting into bringing women into that effective communication part, because you want everybody to come together and to be able to have that relationship, you know, to break ground and just like you say, just kind of be a village, everybody working together and doing things together. And so, you know, to provide effective leadership, that's the things that you have to do. And they have to be able to ask questions, and that's kind of what you're providing for them. You're providing a platform where they'll be able to come together and be able to ask questions. They have to be able to seek feedback. Also, they have to clarify their message if needed, to ensure the followers understand what's going on. And they have to be satisfied with the information that's being provided. So, you know, as a result, the performance of their teams, if, you know, like you're bringing people together, that means that they'll always have their heads up in the right direction. They'll always be heading in the right direction, because you have put them in a space with that effective communication, so that they'll know what's going on. They'll know how to kind of bring each other together, how to help each other out. The next point I would say that they would need is to have a strategic vision. Successful female leaders, they possess the skill to influence their followers, and that's what you have. You're able to influence your followers. That's how you bring them together, and to have that make that effective change. I think it was it might have been you, Sandra, that said that you want to make sure that you provide a change, that you're making a change in the things that you're doing, and a change in the world, probably, with the things that you're doing. And so that's what effective leaders and successful leaders, that's what they do. They have to have a strategic vision, and that's what you all have. And that vision that you have is in place to combat difficult issues that may arise in this time, the things in these uncertain times, difficult times that's going on right now. And they can also you help other people when you have a vision and you can put it out there so that people can understand it. Then you help other people to want to also, let their vision shine, or put their vision forth, so that they can make changes or make an impact on others, which is what both of you are doing, because of your vision and because of the things that you're doing. Like with you said you're always providing food, you're always giving clothing. And so those things, that comes from, seeing what's needed, what people need. And so you're projecting your vision out there. It's like, you're not waiting for someone to come to you and ask you for these things. You know that this is needed. And so you're putting it out there. You're sending it out there for them. That's how you put your vision out there. That's how you, let people know that, I'm a thinker, I'm a problem solver. And that brings me to the next point, being a problem solver. You're solving the problem, knowing that in advance, because of your vision, in advance that people need, especially now with all the stuff that's going on, people need food, they need clothing, because people are stuck at home. And I know, and they're stuck at home. Some can't get to the stores, they can't. And some, when they, in the beginning, when all of this stuff happened, when they went to the stores, they didn't have anything, that people had gotten there and everything was gone. So a lot of people couldn't get it. But then you have the people that can't afford to go and get these things. So you're that problem solver for them. You're the one that came up with the solution to their problem, to be able to let them know, hey, there's someone out here that, even though I may not be able to get enough food for my household, there's someone out there that I know that I can turn to, because that person is out there providing it. And so being a problem solver, that's a skill that attributes to the success of women leaders. And it's because of your capable thinking and your open mind. Because when you do things like that, that means that you have an open mind, that you don't always be dwelling on the negative that's going on. You're always keeping the positive mindset. And so that's why you're able to come up with these things and know how to direct these resources where they need to go. Female leaders that wish to be successful, they have to be able to solve problems when problems arise, because they ask, like I said, those important questions, and they're able to assess all the relevant information and put it together in a clear picture, so that the severity of the problem and everything else can come together, and you have that well thought out solution, and whatever is needed. And that's what the problem solver is. And the next point that I want to make is confidence. Successful leaders, female leaders, have to be confident. They have to be confident in the things they do. They have to be confident in themselves. They have to be confident in the decisions that they make. Female leaders, to be successful, they have to be able to make decisions sometime on a as needed basis, or sometimes quickly. And they have to commit to those decisions. In other words, in the military, they used to tell us to make a decision, good, bad, or indifferent. Mm-hmm. And so, meaning that if you make that decision, stand by it, own it. Don't, once you make that decision, don't, if something goes bad, then you want to throw somebody else under the bus or blame them for it. But you're the one that made the decision. So always make sure that you stand by the decisions that you made. And also too, even though
we see a lot of women are rising into these high power positions. Like I said, we look at right now the most powerful female that we're looking at is Kamala Harris, because she was, she's our vice president. But those things don't come without sacrifice. It doesn't come without sacrifice. And you also have to remember that in some ways they have that fear factor too. And as a female leader, being successful as a leader, you don't want to dwell on the fear portion of it. I mean, there's sometimes going to be things that's going to come up, maybe even, again, when I talk about a decision that you might have to make. And because you may be making it for such, and especially in her case, for such a large group of people, I mean, basically the whole world, sometimes there's going to be a little bit of fear that may try to creep in. But I think one of the things in probably just watching her, being able to watch her, you may be able to glean from her that, yes, there's probably that little voice on the right side that's saying, oh, no, you don't want to do this. But then there's that voice on the left side that says, yes, you can do this. That's why you're in that position. So go ahead and make that decision, and go ahead and let people know that you have the knowledge, you have the understanding, in that you can do this, and that you're comfortable, and that you have the confidence in what you're doing and how you're doing it, and how it's going to, you also have the confidence and the knowledge of how it's going to affect others. Because, whenever you get into any type of leadership position, you also have to remember your decisions will affect other people. And so you also have to remember that. But again, as we think of ourselves as being confident, being leaders, and I think it was you, Janine, that mentioned that also about the mindset. Everything begins in our own head. So that's where you really have to make sure whatever you do, your mindset has always got to be focused. Your mindset, you can't be all over the place. You have to, be focused on what you're doing. You have to know what you need to do. And you have to, again, that positiveness, because a negative thought will never get you to where you need to be. A negative thought will never get you the results that you need to have, or it will never solve the problem that needs to be solved if you're looking at it from a negative standpoint. So you, like the old saying goes, you are what you believe yourself to be. So if you believe that you can't do it, guess what? You're not going to be able to do it. But if you always, I know someone that says that when they wake up in the morning, the first thing they always says that I am great, I am wonderful, I can do anything. And so, this is what she says to herself in the morning. And that's what she needs to get herself going. But you know what? That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing to have that positive affirmation in the morning to get you going. Because if sometimes people get up, you ever run into somebody and you say good morning to them, and or how you doing, and they start telling you about all their aches and pains, or it's a nice day outside, but they don't have a smile on their face, and you couldn't get them to smile if you paid them. And so sometimes that's why you need those affirmations in the morning to get you going, to keep because the mind is what will always get you to where you need to go. If you have a positive mindset, you can pretty much get on track and get focused and do anything that you need to do. I always say nothing's impossible if you believe. If you believe in yourself, then nothing is impossible. And so when I had mentioned about being a problem solver and also thinking and making decisions. So good thinkers, actually, they're in demand right now. Good thinkers are always in demand. It's like, I heard somebody say that, how they put it, a person who knows how may always have a job, but the person who knows why will always be the boss. And so that's, you know, those are the things that you have to remember when you're thinking about things, when you're trying to solve a problem, when you think that, like, you know, I think I can't. Well, yes, you can, because whenever that little thought come into your head where you start thinking, oh, I don't know if I could do this, then the next thought should be, oh, yes, you can do it. You know, because as women, I always say we don't know what we know sometimes, because we have a lot in us. We have a lot that we can contribute. We have a lot that, you know, sometimes, like I said, that's why we're able to accomplish things a lot of times at the last minute. You know, when things start falling apart, a lot of times we can just react because we have so much in us. As long as we keep that positive in us, then whenever we need to draw on something, we can bring it out, because that's the way the mindset works, when you keep that positive mindset. And so I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'll just say on the final thought here, I just like to say that, you know, as far as a vital part of female leaders who inspire others, which is what, you know, especially, and I talked to Janine and Sandra because, you know, listening to Sandra, I've heard Janine's story, but listening to you too, I can tell that you also, you know, inspire others. So when you inspire other people, sometimes you may tend not to remember you need to take care of yourself too, that you can't, you give so much until sometimes you forget that you also need to give to yourself. You need to stop sometimes and remember, I just need to take some me time, you know? So just, you know, whenever, you know, doing all this stuff and helping people all around the world, that's what you do. And I know that's what you love doing. It's probably the thing that really satisfies you and makes you happy. But also too, remember, when you're helping others, you also need to make sure that you're helped yourself. You know, you've helped yourself. You've made sure that you're well. You've made sure that, you know, you have that peace of mind too, that your soul is healthy. You have to make sure of those things for yourself too, because you can give so much and give so much and give so much until sometimes you lose yourself in the giving. And that's not a good thing. You know, it's good to give. It's good to be a blessing to others. But you know, I always say that if you don't take care of yourself, you can't really help others to the fullest either. So just, I just want you all to remember that, and all the things that you're doing, and all the ways that you're bringing women together, and all the ways that you're helping women to just, you know, reach their full potential, and all the ways that you're giving to them and to with the things that they need, things that they probably would never ask you for, but you know they need it, so you put it out there anyway. Also remember that you need to, and what you need is to make sure that in here that you're always well, and up here you're always at peace. And so that's what I'd like to leave you all with today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I
We're very,
receive
very
it.
blessed. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, doctor.
We have a couple questions for you, Dr. Madeline, before you leave us, really, just for you to give us some tools for us. I saw some people writing down, they're asking you, from your first year in the leadership, for your first year as an entrepreneur, how did you develop your communication skill from your first year and comparing to now? Maybe you can share some wisdom around that.
In business, well, I can tell you one, growing up, I'll start from there. When I was growing up as a child, one of the things that my mother always emphasized is that whenever you're speaking, you always speak clearly. You know, you don't you don't mumble. and she always made us, wanted us to sit up. I had this habit when I would be doing my homework at the table, I would sit there and I had my head all the way down writing, but she would not, if she came in the room and she saw that, she would not let me do that. And so for me, communication came, those are things that I learned from her. But in business, what I found that if you don't communicate with the people that you're doing business with, then you can pretty much shut your business down, because that's all about, business is all about communication. You have to let people know what's going on. And especially, and I think a lot of, especially during this time, during the pandemic, I think a lot of people that were in business, and I'm really talking about women, because I think women have a tendency not to want to voice themselves. They don't talk as much or communicate as much as they should. And I think if you're in business, you always have to let people know what's going on. And during this crisis, you had to make changes. A lot of businesses had to make changes, but they were making these changes sometimes without letting anybody know what was going on. And so you still had to let them know, hey, I'm still in business. I'm still operating to my full capacity. Here's what I'm doing now. And if you don't do that, or if you weren't doing that, then those were things that could have caused your business to fall off, especially during this crisis. So in my first year in business, communication was key, because like they say, if a tree fall in the forest and nobody hears it, then what? I had to let people know I was out there. And so, and still do that every day. I post something, even if I just, talk about the fact that I've gone to my exercise class and what happened in the class, but I'm putting something out there so that people still know I'm here and I'm
like
there. Yes.
updating people.
And so you even, when you post something, even if you talk about, like I said, when I may even say something about my exercising, but I may also throw something in the post about my business. And so you always let people know that you're relevant, you're still there, and you're on the horizon. And so that to me is the communication part. And that's what I learned first year in business. You really have to let people know what's going on and that you're there. Don't ever let them forget that you're there. You gotta, in other words, toot your own horn. Yeah.
Okay. And also my second question and last one is, how do you bless people and release people?
You love that, don't you? Well, the thing is, I like when I talk about the mindset and always being positive, and that means that you want to have positive people in your circle. You always want to have positive energy around you. You don't want to have these people that every time you see them, they're trying to just hang on, but they are telling you you can't do this and you can't do that. They're always negative, are people that just want to use you for whatever reason that they think you could use you for. These are people, I don't care who it is. It could be, your twin sister. If that person is not bringing productive or energy into your life, like I said, and my favorite thing is you got to bless them and release. Okay, yes, get them, and maybe at a later time they can come back when they start getting it together or what have you. But you do when I say that, I mean that you don't let people bring you down. You don't go down to somebody else's level. And everybody's not meant to be, like they say, there's a season for everything. And sometimes this is not the season for them to be in your life. And so when it's not the season for them to be in your life, you have to let them go.
Let them go.
You have to do that. You have to
Thank
bless
you
them.
so much for this.
Yeah.
Oof. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Madeline. Oh my goodness.
You're welcome.
Who is feeling it? I am. Like I said, when you come full, you're gonna release everything a fresh snap. Bring good thing in. I'm telling you, this 6 days that we are going to spend together with women, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be amazing because
It
we need
is.
to hear more. We need to speak more about who we are. Like Dr. say, you have to update people. Always continue talking, speaking, posting. Thank God today we have social media.
Right.
You don't have to use a phone to call somebody anymore. Even it's a phone, we have WhatsApp today. We have all the platform on the phone that we gather together, and you can put a group and start chatting with people and just share everything to people. I have a coach. He's a man in New York, Coach Christian. We are from same country, Togo, being a manager of the Forever Living products business, and I'm the assistant manager, and this is my manager from Togo, Mauto Amenito. Coach Christian is a man who always push you to the level that no matter how down you are, you're gonna say, whew, man, just let's do this. And the day he signed me up to begin this business, he just met me on Facebook. But seeing that this woman is a change maker as we're trying to bring people together, he messaged me on my messenger, and we were chatting until 11:30 p.m. And I'm like, brother, you are married. Your wife is there. Go now and finish the rest of the conversation. And he was like, I said, don't worry. Tomorrow we start, because I know how if we have to respect people's home. Then the following day we did a presentation, and it's a man, when he presents, whatever he's doing, you're gonna love. And I'm like, sign me in. And that's it. And every single day, he have to check and message and check how far you are going, and training you every week to see. He always want people to be on their level and pushing you, like you say.
Holding you accountable.
Make sure you put yourself out there every single day. And like a Dr. Madeline said, if you are out there with your business and no one know you, it's the right time. You can go to his page on Facebook, Dr. Madeline. If someone wanna message you or talk to you, how do you want them to find you?
Well, they can, again, go to my website, which is www.exwsi.com. That's www.exwsi.com. Or they can email me at info@exwsi.com. info@exwsi.com.
Okay, I hope everyone out there, you guys are listening, and take a note, please. Because some platform, when we are doing this now, is to put the face of people, the change makers out there. And when you hear them talking, and even though they don't give their website, now when you go, when Dr. Madeline was talking, I just went to Facebook and I sent her a friend request. That's how we meet. We are a community. So do your part. Send it. If the person didn't reply, make sure you update and send it back. Go to the person messenger. I trouble people a lot, I'm telling you. I'll trouble you. I kept messaging you until you remember me. And do your part. Instagram, we have Twitter, we have LinkedIn. Everything is out there for us today. And thank you, doctor. And I receive everything you say. And sometimes we give till we forgot everything about us. But come to a point, even from my home, my children say, Mom, you start getting wicked, because when I go to the market and I buy them clothes, when I'm about to check out and I see something that I like, I put down everything that I bought for them and I buy my own. And when I come home and say, how many years I've been buying things for you guys? Now it's time for me to be me. So
absolutely.
thank you.
And I put the information in the chat room, my website. Somebody's had a question for the put it in the website, so I did.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor. Back to you, Coach Janine, if you have something to say before we go to the next one.
Thank you, Dr. Madeline. Wonderful, wonderful. I always enjoy listening to her. So thank you so much. And also thank you so much, Coach Sandra. I'm going to be saying that to people who are putting on the chat. We will be at the end of the conference, or even before that, we'll be providing a list of all our speakers, their website, the social media, so everybody can continue to follow them, because we need to follow each other and we need to collaborate, because that's why we created this conference, because we wanted to empower each other and work with one another. So please just just be a little patient with us, but we will be providing every single speaker's social media links and also the website. Thank you so much, Coach Sandra.
Okay, and also we are not just gonna stop on this conference. We're gonna have more conferences coming, and like we said, we're gonna keep, like Coach Janine just said, we're gonna keep updating with all our speakers today till Sunday, and for our upcoming events that we're gonna have, and amazing ones coming. And stay with us and check on all our social platform and message, become a friend, and we're gonna accept your requests on any platform. Speaker for a Change is there in all social media. Just Speaker for a Change YouTube, and you can also check on our website at www.speakerforachange.co and message us. We are doing so many things together, me and Coach Janine. We've been working for over 8 years now, and still we are strong, and more are coming. And towards Africa, what we are doing, being how we call it? Mama, help me now.
Consulting, you're doing consulting, you're doing empowerment.
We are consultants, so whenever you want something like invest in Africa, please, you can email us and we will be glad to help you, because the whole world is looking after Africa today. And if we are from Africa and today you guys have the right people out there that can help you, being a friend, and today we became family through this platform, message us and we will be glad to help you. And also, I am a partner with the Proper LLC, which is based in Virginia here, and also in West Africa, Togo, in Niger, in Senegal, in Cameroon. We are all over. Also, we do the same thing, taking care of you. If you want to build in Africa, buy a house or anything, I'm here, and you can message me through the platform that I give you. All that will be shared. All that will be shared, and you're gonna have access to it. But don't hesitate. That's why we are here to help you. We are here to lift up one another, and together we can see the world as a better place where no one will feel left out. So thank you guys for listening and for joining us. Back to you, Coach Janine.
Thank you so much, Coach Sandra. And I hope that from our, for each speaker and each person who spoke today, you are really writing stuff down. So I really hope so, that because again, we are here to empower you, but I hope so you were really taking note. I just gonna go back to what some of the things were said today, so you can kind of remember. I want to just thank you so much, Dr. Madeline, about these few nuggets for your presentation. Again, a very good leader, an authentic leader, is a very good communicator. That means people are clear about what all you are all about. They know exactly when they see Coach Sandra, they know like she's all about Speaker for Change. She's all about empowerment. She's all about really creating solutions, like we always say, in my circle with my team. And that's what we should be able to see you whenever you're presenting to us or whenever you're approaching anybody. So I'm hoping that people are learning, that you are learning tonight, this afternoon, how to be an effective communicator, because that's one thing that will really help your business or will really destroy your company or destroy your whatever you're doing. So we really want you to remember that. So that's number one for Dr. Madeline share with us. And also clarity, you'll be able to, your message had to be very, very clear about what is your vision. You know, don't be all over the place. That's what Dr. Madeline said today. Well, because when you are all over the place, people they won't get that. What are you really trying to do? So that's something, remember that today. Number one, be an effective communicator and also be clear about what you're doing. And you could be a very passionate person, but don't do them all at once because you're gonna confuse people, you know? So that's something we want you to remember, that those few targets, and be a problem solver. A problem solver. Anything they really presented to you, don't be saying, well, yo, this is not my expertise. You are connected to somebody who knows who has the expertise. Always be the connector. So that's something that we all know about. Like Dr. Tammy, Coach Sandra, myself, and all of us, we know how to connect with one another because our circle, we are connected with people who provide solution every day. So we want also you to remember that and to start acting on it. Like be somebody that, even though you know that that's not your expertise, don't say no. Say, okay, I'll get back to you because I know somebody who can be able to help you. Be a problem solver. So those are the few nuggets we're leaving you tonight. And we are coming back again tomorrow morning with wonderful more speakers. And I think we just gonna finish with Coach Sandra, who's gonna give us some few words, and then we'll be able to see you again for tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Janine. Thank you, Dr. Madeline. And I didn't even ask Dr. Madeline, where are you connecting from?
Well, I live in Maryland now, but I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Next time, I'm just gonna drive because I love driving. I'm always DC, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Virginia Beach, Maryland. You see me there.
Okay, okay. Okay.
So thank you guys. Thank you all for connecting today. And tomorrow is gonna be powerful. We're gonna start 11 a.m. Eastern time and 10 a.m. Central time. Please connect tomorrow. We're gonna have amazing speakers tomorrow. This evening is the shortest one, but tomorrow morning till tomorrow evening is gonna be the longest. So stay with us every day till Sunday. There is always the beginning. There is always the beginning for everything. You don't have to be prepared. You don't have to be ready, but just say, I can do this. Absolutely. Imagine every day I lay down and I say, I'm not ready. I cannot do this. I cannot start this. I started from $0 and I published my first book. The second one, the third one. I kept doing so many things. Not sometimes I don't even know where I get money from. I'm telling you, this morning I wake up, I was like, God, make a miracle, make a miracle. I received an email. Bam, somebody sent me $500.
Wow.
I'm like, Janine, am I lying? I was like, Father, you never stop delay. Oh my goodness. Then I check my email again. Navy Fed, I won't call this one or my mouth will kill me. And the Navy Fed also sent me like, your stimulus package is in. I say, oh Lord, I'm done today. And just believe. Whenever there is no hope, believe that there is going to be something. Let me tell you guys a little story before we close. And that was February, right, Janine? And I put my house on market, and it was on short sale. And we didn't know it's going to be quick. And in March, they say I had to get out of the house March 8th. Wow. I packed everything. I couldn't find a home because everybody is in their house. So I put everything in the storage. And the last day, I said, okay, let me call my ex-husband and ask him, when is he gonna come to pick the rest of the stuff? And he's like, did you find a place? I said, not yet, but I will figure out where to stay. Where to stay is not gonna be a problem. He said, no, there is gonna be a way. And right away, the lawyer messaged me and said they extended till the end of March. So you can stay in the house till the end of March. And I'm like, really? And I messaged the realtor. The realtor don't want to sell it to me. And my ex-husband said, no, they are not going anywhere until, because it's our home. We can say, no, we don't want. And I said, I won't sign up. And everything was said, and I'm still here. And guess what? I find a home that is going to be ready in May 15. I'm going to stay again. Isn't it God amazing? He's always there on point.
Absolutely.
Call God, have a faithful heart.
Absolutely.
Always believe. Know
Always.
that
He will
the
never
end
fail.
is always going to be a miracle.
Yes.
So if we believe, every door will be open to us, and help those who can help themselves. Like my second business, empowerthevoiceless.com. Bring them out of hiding. But the website is empowerthevoiceless.com, which empowers men, because I say, being a mother of 5, 3 boys, 2 girls, the speaker for a change is already empowering women. What about the boys? The boys need to feel safe. They need to be safe and feel safe whenever something happens. So I'm just grateful. And I have people that I look after too. And people who always push me, even though things are not the way you want it to be. A few people that believe in you today. I met Dr. Tammy, Janine, Miss Rosalind, and so many more who believe that, okay, whatever she's doing can go far and can impact more people. That's why we gather here today to celebrate women throughout this whole week. So stay with us, and a big thanks to Dr. Madeline. Big thanks to all my cousins who connected from Africa and around Europe and the States. And back to you, Janine. Back to you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. I also want to reach out to my French community. Merci beaucoup de nous avoir assistés aujourd'hui. C'était vraiment merveilleux avec Dr. Madeline. Elle nous a parlé comment est-ce que nous devons être de effective communicators. C'est-à-dire, si tu dois savoir comment communiquer avec ton audience, avec les gens qui te suivent, et puis savoir comment être clair avec ton message en tant qu'un leader. Donc, c'était vraiment merveilleux aujourd'hui. Nous allons mettre tous les liens de tous nos speakers, que ce soit s'ils sont là ou bien ils vont intervenir après, mais tous leurs websites ou bien leurs liens de social media, on va mettre ça ensemble. On pourra vous donner ça à la fin de la conférence. Donc, n'hésitez pas. Demain aussi, please, venez demain. On va recommencer encore la conférence. On sera là ensemble. La conférence partie de 10h Central Time, 11h Eastern Time. Donc, demain, on se rencontre encore, et aussi les après-midi à 14h Central Time et à 15h Eastern Time. Merci beaucoup pour toute personne qui est venue aujourd'hui, pour les questions. Merci en tout cas, toute personne qui s'est joint à nous ce soir. C'était vraiment très bien. Merci pour tous les speakers. Thank you for Coach Sandra. Nous vous remercions en tout cas, et on se voit demain. Merci beaucoup, Facebook, YouTube, and all of you guys were awesome. Remember, you guys, you are unstoppable.
Merci, Coach Janine. And I'm seeing Manager Raul, who is saying thank you, ladies, and especially to Janine. Thank you, and thank you for joining us. Even though it's late in Africa, he's still on and want to see this since morning. And thank you, Manager Raul. Thank you so much. A strong, dynamic brother here. And he don't care what time you can message him, and he's gonna be there to support you whenever you need him. And thank you for always be there for me. And that's it. Dr. Tammy, where are you? Come on in.
I'm here. I don't have anything to say, but thank you all for joining us. We look forward to seeing y'all in the morning or afternoon, evening, whatever it is. So you may have to use a time converter, depending on where you are in the world. But we will be back at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and we have some more dynamic speakers tomorrow. So come join us.
Are we going to be using?
Rosalind, Dr. Madeline, you are saying something.
I was just asking, are we going to use the same link? Is it the
Yes,
same link?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Please invite people tomorrow to come and let's celebrate one another. I love celebrating people. Hey.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right. Love you guys all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Master Chat, you have some ligne.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording. Fii, Elani, stop her. Okay. Fii,